Disney news, updates, and information with my best friend, Sarah.
Hey, we are best friends and huge Disney fans coming to you from Texas and Florida.
Each week, we hope to bring a smile to your face and give you more Disney facts and recommendations than you will ever possibly know what to do with. But let's start off with a very important Disney fact.
The mouse started it.
Love Disney, and we would love to take you on this journey with us through all of our recommendations, but we're going to do so much more than that. We're going to be reflecting, adoring, discussing, reviewing, and gushing over all things Disney. Trust us, Sarah and I can talk for hours about Disney, about many, many Disney topics at that. We got this. We want to bring a smile to your face. We want to keep it positive, keep it light, keep it fun. So that way, this is something that you can look forward to each week. So, to get us all started, Sarah, I'm going to put you on the spot. How much do you love Disney, and how did you start loving Disney?
Well, thank you for putting me on the spot. I mean, is there even an amount or like a number to express how much I love Disney? I don't think there is. Like, I love Disney with a passion that knows no bounds. And it's because I started loving Disney from before the time I was even born. And that's thanks to my family. My parents started taking my eldest brother to Disney when he was 4. To give you an idea of how long ago that was, he is now 41. So you can imagine, it was a long time ago.
He will love that you're sharing that fact, by the way.
I know, he is going to really, really love that one. We love you, Christopher. If you hear this, I love you. I'm just, being the normal little sister. But yeah, so they started bringing him when he was 4, and then they brought my middle brother as well when he was born. And skip ahead to 1991. Here comes me, and they're already established as Disney-loving family. And so it was, of course, going to pass along to me. And what was great was in 1995, my parents did something super smart. Which was, they joined the Disney Vacation Club. Yeah, the smartest thing they ever did. And the reason they joined was because that year they were having a huge sale on points, and it just made sense. They already knew we all loved it, so it was like, why not? And then it ended up covering our room. And then at the time, Disney was also running a deal where if you were under a certain age, you got in for free. So it made taking a family of 5 to Disney much easier, much less expensive. And that kind of became our trip every year. Going to Disney was like going home. We would leave after a week, and I would be sitting there going, why can't we live here? Mom, why can't we live here? And so Disney it became like a second home, and it was absolutely something I adored, because you go and all of your stress leaves. And then things got even better when we all grew up and my brothers ended up working there. So I got a fun little behind the scenes look at what it's like to work at Disney. So I've said my piece. I think now it's time to turn the spotlight to you, Xandra, so you can tell us how much you love Disney and how you got started.
Oh, man. Okay, so it's interesting that we both know each other's backgrounds with Disney and how much we love Disney. But it's interesting to put it into this kind of perspective because Sarah, like she said, is the youngest of 3. Well, I'm the oldest. Yes. So my parents had, I think, both been to Disney. They both, knew of Disney, but just hadn't had a kid to go with. And it was more of, I got hooked on the movies and the characters and just obsessed with them as a kid, like so many little kids are. And went to Disney World and Disneyland because living in Texas, I was pretty much equal distance to both and just got hooked. And I definitely have a slightly different experience just in the sense that I didn't have older siblings that knew where things were, knew how it went. But I had a little brother that I pulled along with me, and he's been quite a few times. And one of my best memories is when you do the child exchange. So I loved bringing my little brother, who was not old enough, tall enough to be on 90% of the rides. I got to ride everything twice. It was the coolest thing ever. And I don't think he remembers it that way, if he even remembers it. But I would ride like Space Mountain with my mom, and my dad would be waiting with my brother, and I wouldn't even get off the ride. They would take my mom off and put my dad on, and I'd ride it again. It was the coolest thing ever. So I think I just had some really good trips as a kid that just hooked me. And then I met you, and oh my God, just Disney explosion. I mean, it's been, like you said, it is our home. It is a happy place. It's where all of our stress leaves. We're little kids again, and it's been so much fun.
Speaking of little kids again, I have a really cute story to share. So you guys will find out more about how we do Disney when we plan a trip, and we'll talk about that at a later time. But we are going to Disney at the end of the month. Yay! And my parents got us a room, which was really nice of them.
Yes.
And so after we booked the room, my dad was like, to my mom, he was like, have they booked any of their reservations, like for the parks or for food and that kind of thing? Like double checking to make sure we were on top of everything. Mm-hmm. And my mom looked at him and was like, you do know, like 12 hours after we booked that room, they were on Skype getting all of their reservations together. Like they're already done. Every meal is scheduled. She knows us so well. And it was so cute because my dad was like, oh my God, I love that. Like, it's like watching two little girls playing dress up, just like the magic that Disney brings into their life and how much they love it. So that was such a cute little story.
Oh.
Yeah, I loved hearing that. Like, I love that, our joy brings them joy.
That is so cute. I'm going to have to say something to your dad next time I see him. That was adorable. Yes, we are. We are like little girls playing dress up. I mean, yes, we'll go into more
like
detail.
5-year-olds.
We are. For
sure.
So much. Oh my gosh. Well, that kind of leads us into, we've been going to Disney together for a while now.
A long time.
We've been best friends for, oh my God, how many years now?
17 years. Our friendship is a literal teenager right now.
Oh my God, that's insane. So yeah, we've known each other for a majority of our lives.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Moly. So
it's kind of insane.
We met in middle school in band. Yep. She was transferred from a trumpet to a French horn to join me.
Best thing that ever happened because I hated playing trumpet.
No offense to those trumpet players, but French horn's where it's at.
No offense. Complete offense.
But I think we played a Disney tune, or a medley or something, right?
We played some sort of Disney medley, yeah. And it was like, oh, you like Disney? Yeah. Oh, I like Disney too.
Oh,
like,
you know this tune, you know this medley. Like, I mean, it was a match, and it worked great. And we got closer in high school, and would have silent conversations about just Disney and about things. We knew we were becoming really good friends. And we actually got closer. Yeah. We actually got closer though in college, and we didn't even go to the same college.
Well, I think it's because by the end of high school, we had also connected on like other things like writing and just being like really nerdy. And so we got into college, and it was like, hey, let's keep in touch. And then we did, and we ended up growing even closer and closer and closer because we just had a lot in common. And now it's like we share the same brain sometimes, and it's kind of actually frightening.
It's true. It's true.
It's really true. So we got out of college, and we don't live in the same state whatsoever. You ended up going back to Texas. I came down to Florida, and we just decided, like, hey, let's go to Disney every year together,
And we do. We try to go at least on one Disney vacation a year. If not more. And I mean, we've even done vacations where we may not even go to Disney, or we don't go into a park, but we're still doing something Disney. And we have loved the park, Disney World. I need to take you to Disneyland because it's classic. And we have a lot of goals, I know, that involve our Disney plans. We've been on a couple Disney cruises.
Yes, they are the best. Can't wait to talk about those.
Shout out Disney Cruise. I need you. Yeah. I need it.
Shout out Disney Cruise. We'll be the first ones on. You just got to open back up. Yes. Back on. We love you.
So we'll cover all of that, though, because we really do try to have a well-rounded Disney background, Disney experiences, and we want to share that with all of you. So there is a method to our madness, just FYI. There is a method to our madness. We are going to make sure that our umbrella of The Mouse Started It has little sections. So we're going to go through the man himself, Walt Disney. We're going to go through Disney World with little subcategories of the different parks. We'll touch base on Disney Plus, including our What to Watch Wednesday recommendations. Those episodes coming to you on Wednesday mornings. And we're going to go through Disney Cruise Line and Disney Channel, probably mostly sticking to old school, but we'll include some newbie stuff in there. And then, of course, Disney around the world. Oh, man, Disney, send me all the places. I'll go.
Yeah, we're down. Just send us. We want to go. We're going to break that down even further. So like she said, we're going to have like umbrella categories of the parks, the cruise, everything. But then within that, we're going to have even more. So if we're talking Magic Kingdom, then we're talking the attractions in Magic Kingdom during an episode, or the food, the entertainment, the behind the scenes things you may not know about, all of the little tours you can do. There's a lot of really cool things that you can do at Disney you may not know about right now that aren't necessarily going to cost you anything even. There are walkthroughs for restaurants, various things where like you can try samples of foods, and it's a lot of fun. So there's great ways to have more fun at Disney than just even going into the parks.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about all ages. We're going to give you detail about what you can do with little kids. Don't worry, there's so much to do as an adult at Disney. Holy moly.
Oh, completely, yeah.
So we're going to try to cover as much as we can. And like we said, try to bring a smile to your face. And hopefully you can giggle along with us and bring out your inner child, because that's really what we're going to try to be doing. With everything that we're covering, Sarah, what are you looking forward to the most? I mean, I know we're looking forward to all of it, but is there anything in particular that stands out right now?
I mean, like you said, I'm looking forward to all of it. I love talking anything Disney, but I love the fact that whenever we talk Disney, it's that same feeling as when you drive through gates. There's just this release of tension. Life is better because Disney really is just the happiest place, and talking about it makes me happy. And so I think that's kind of the watchword for 2021, which is happiness and being happy and doing the things that make us happy. Obviously, after everything that was 2020. I think for me, it's really just reliving the nostalgia and that feeling of coming home and bringing a lot of that Disney magic into other people's lives.
I like it a lot.
How about you?
I am very, very similar, pretty much the exact same. But I will say that we know, or we've picked up, and even through the research of trying to figure out how to put this podcast together, we are so excited to bring you hidden Mickeys, little hidden fun facts, little things that may not be 100% common knowledge. And we are going to use Sarah's brothers for some of that, some of our little facts that we've picked up from around the parks, from Disney Cruise, trivia nights, just different things that we've found. And we're hoping that, we can enlighten you with your Disney knowledge. Thank you so much for listening to the Mouse Started It podcast. We're going to get you all set on all of these things in the upcoming year, and we're very excited to bring it to you. We appreciate your support. You can actually listen to our podcast on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, and Amazon Music. Please make sure to spread the word and share all of our Disney news with your friends.
You can also join our newsletter or email us with questions, comments, suggestions, or your own Disney fun facts at themouseStartedIt, all one word, @gmail.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, _underscored between each word, for our podcast updates, as well as What to Watch Wednesdays. Like we said, we are going to give you Wednesday morning updates of what to watch, and Fun Fact Fridays, which have already been underway.
See you real soon.